Prepare to attack the enemy's control points.
Get behind me, Doctor!
I am fully charged!
You are listening to Control Point, a Team Fortress 2 podcast with Brent Copeland, Eric Fullerton, Wes Wilson, and Spencer Williams.
Control Point, episode 33, recorded on June 1st, 2008. This is the real Spencer.
Click. I'm Brent Copeland.
I'm Eric Fullerton.
I'm Wes Wilson.
I'm Spencer Williams.
You got something in your throat there?
Yeah, it was whoever was pretending to be me last week.
Spencer's back.
Yes.
Back again. Guess who's back? Spencer's back. Spencer's back. Spencer's back. Spencer's back.
Yeah.
Hi.
Brent's
We're
the only
also-
baritone
wow.
of the group.
This podcast is going downhill. Anyway, welcome to Control Point, a Team Fortress 2 podcast, and yeah, we're here to talk about stuff.
Fill your head with nonsense.
Lies
And some TF2.
damned lies and statistics.
Yes.
Hey, Eric.
Yes.
Look what I got here.
What you got? Ooh, that looks like a briefcase to
It
me.
is. It is a briefcase.
It looks loaded. I hear ticking as well.
Do you dare open it?
I don't dare.
Really?
Ooh. Excitement.
We never get sick of that.
I know. We can just hit that button
I am
over and over.
I am totally sick of that. Completely and totally sick of that.
You haven't even seen this device yet, Spencer.
Yeah.
I know, and I'm already sick of it. That should tell you something.
Okay. Well, then, since you're sick of the briefcase, we'll go straight into it. In the briefcase this week, Spencer, your name is next.
Oh,
next
do
to
I
the-
want to do the briefcase?
Oh,
I'm
so
sorry, I wasn't.
we have to send him the briefcase so that he can open
Oh, yeah. Could you fax me the contents of the briefcase real quick?
Here, I'll send it to him. Ready, Spencer?
I'm ready.
I want to take it up here.
it.
You got it?
He's shoving it through the tubes. Did you get it?
Got it.
Sweet.
Got it. Yes. All right. In the briefcase this week, we have our contributions page and call winners. What does that mean? I mean, it just that contributions page and call winners. It doesn't make any sense. But, okay, we have that. We have information about the Meet the Sniper video. There was a TF2 update this week, as there is on many weeks. And Valve had this glorious press conference last week and had much to say and much to announce. And
Awesome.
and Wes is a good guy this week. Wes is a good guy. That's in the briefcase.
Well,
Wes
good.
is cool.
I am cool. Team Fortress status. Who wants to go first?
I'm going to talk about something I did in Team Fortress.
I am too.
Because it's a little Team Fortress status. And it was,
Okay.
do you remember what night we played?
Oh, me and you played
Was it Wednesday?
Friday night? Or
Well, it was 2 nights, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, that's off. I wasn't sure. It was either Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that.
Yeah.
But we played, finally played Steel.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I thought it was a really cool map once you kind of figured it out and stuff. It had a lot of possibilities, and the quality of it was really good.
It's an exceptional map.
Yeah, I think people should play it more. Also played Corporation, which I hadn't played too much, and that's a pretty fun map.
I still haven't played that one.
I kept thinking I didn't ever play it before, and I totally did. It's a warship. And
I
it's got
thought you'd
office
played
and
it
stuff.
before.
Yeah, and then at the very beginning, all the cannons blow, and it's like boom, and then it starts, and
Oh, I never noticed the cannons blowing.
yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
But I don't know. I mean,
Why
it's,
is a warship called Corporation?
see, that's what got me.
Well, you start. It's like a 3-segment thing, you know. So
Yeah.
the first one is you're out on the docks, and the people, you know, the team's coming in on the boat, and they get off the boat, and they attack you, and then they get to the warehouse.
Oh.
Well,
And then you
if
go
you're
into
gonna-
the office.
Yeah.
If you're going to be specific about it, there are no bowls in Dust Bowl. I have looked everywhere.
You know, he's right about that.
Yeah.
And I don't believe there's really any wells in Well either.
Yeah, there is. There's water there.
Well, there's water, but
Yeah.
I see no
classic
buckets
well.
with strings to hoist up water out
Or
of the
little
well.
kids trapped at the bottom of them.
Just because
That's
there's
right.
no, just because there's no classical wells doesn't mean there aren't artesian.
But there is a classic well, and it has a well in it.
It does. It actually does. That's always confused me, but, I'm easily confused by things that don't make any sense.
So I had fun doing that, and we played again, I guess, this weekend sometime. Was that Friday?
Yeah, Friday night, I think.
And it was a lot of fun. It was a little after dark, though.
Yeah.
There were some odd things with, I guess you changed the map, and it went to some map that maybe wasn't on the server or something. And exploded. And
Yeah.
that's when I think I called it an evening.
Okay, yeah. I don't know what happened there.
I've broken the server like that before.
Right. I hear that if you teleport people as well, it'll break. So maybe somebody didn't know and tried to teleport someone. I don't know.
Yeah, possibly. Possibly. But so that was fun. And a thing that I thought was really weird is I didn't think I'd really played that much in the last 2 weeks. But I had like 18, 19 hours on my last 2 weeks of played. So I think maybe I'm waking up in the middle of the night and going in there and getting my TF2 fix.
That's
wow,
logical.
sleep TF2?
Yeah, because I have the dreams about it. Usually that's Eric in there with me, though. I don't.
So if it's like 3 in the morning and you see Brent playing, don't wake him up because you're
Yeah.
not supposed to wake up sleep
It
players
could be bad. I might turn on the webcam on my new computer.
and play patty cake by
Yikers.
yourself.
Oh, yeah, you
Yeah.
got your new computer. How'd that go?
It went really well, except for I'm still waiting on my video card.
What kind of video card did you order?
I got an 8800 GT that's comes overclocked. So
Cool.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to kill my machine. Someone had mentioned in the forums, and I believe they're going to be right, that I'm going to need to get a new power supply.
Yeah.
What kind of computer did you end up buying?
I ended up going with a Dell.
Okay, I got a Dell, sort of a off the shelf Dell when I got my last computer, and the first thing I did was I grabbed a new video card and I plugged it in, and I was like, I'm not sure the power supply is going to be able to handle it because it was only a 350 as well. And I was like, oh, it seems to be running fine until it started randomly starting to shut off for no reason. So then I went and bought a new power supply. So yeah,
Cool. Well, that's the first thing I'll do. And it was really weird because I think I ordered it on Wednesday and it got to my house on Friday. It was like I wasn't
nice.
expecting
That's
it till like the
nice.
next week, but I popped it out and that's what she said. But it started working,
snap.
and I'm very happy with it.
Cool. What does the case look like? Is it fancy?
It's white, which I actually have another Dell, and it's, that grayish, blackish, gray, dark gray kind of color. And this one was white with like a silver front. So I don't know if it's a new style they're going to or had gone to for a little bit. But
White is the new black.
the biggest thing was the monitor. I mean, I'm used to having just a regular square, 20-inch monitor, and I don't know if everybody could hear that storm outside, but
Big
Wow.
bold.
it actually came with a 22-inch widescreen, and it makes all the difference in the world. Just it's like humongous. It's as big as Spencer's head above me.
my giant head is bigger than any monitor you could ever have.
Video joke number 2.
So answer me this: Why did you go PC and not Macintosh?
Because I don't need a doorstop.
Oh,
Oh snap!
because the Macintoshes nowadays are color. So that's good.
Honestly,
Okay, I'm not bashing Mac. Actually, let's move on because that's dangerous territory, isn't it?
yeah.
I'm pretty sure some of our listeners' heads just exploded.
Wow.
So what's the first thing you installed on your new computer?
Conan.
That's what I thought.
Which it was rather sad because I loaded it up and I was like, well, I'll see what this video, because it's just onboard video at the moment, won't even start because it doesn't have any shader technology built into the card.
Oh yeah.
And it won't start like one bit, so and then TF2 just dies every time. Just because
Well, you'll get your new video card soon.
That makes me want your computer.
So it's becoming an Icarium machine for the past few years.
Nice. I'm sure it could play some Diablo as well.
I don't know, because honestly I'm glad I don't have the video card yet, because I've been working on a video project that's been taking me a lot longer than it should have, and I told the people that I'd have it to them next week, and so if I'd gotten the video card I would have made a liar out of myself, because it wouldn't have gotten done.
Does
Awesome.
the network card that it came with, does it support quantum ping?
It does. It does.
Nice. Well, you got the hookup then.
But so I guess I kind of hinted at that I'm back in the Icarium world. I started a new account there, and I couldn't stay away.
Nice.
I'm about to go away from there.
Really?
I'm bored.
Is it?
The only reason I get on is to make my city bigger. I don't actually enjoy it for any tactile sensation.
God, I love it. I love it so much.
I still do.
It's like joy in HTML form.
Yeah.
Why? What are you getting out of it, though? What I mean,
Well, you got to be like max level. You got to, get like 4 level 20 cities. Like
I've got a level 19 city, a level 16, and a level 17, and a level 16.
Get them all over 20.
Get
as
them
a
to
goal,
21.
as a personal goal,
Then
and
they
then
can
stop.
drink.
I just am not.
I will not rest until I have 18 cities that produce wine.
Yeah,
That's my personal goal.
So can you have more
I want to
than
be
5
the
cities?
wine baron.
That's a good question. I do not know.
Does anybody know in Aquarium if you can have more than 5 cities?
I do not. I have.
I have no idea.
I swear I read it somewhere. And it would kind of make sense because that would be one for each thing, right?
As soon as I can stop building cities, that's when I will no longer be interested. So
Okay. Well, that shit sounds like it's going to be soon.
Well, we got lots of people saying no in the chat room, so perhaps
yeah, what do
that's
they
correct.
know?
Only 5 max. Okay. But anyway, carry 'em cast.
Karen Cast again. So I didn't really play much Conan. I played, I guess, last week a little bit. I don't know. It's kind of wearing a little old on me. I think maybe if I get some friends in there to play with, it might help out.
Yeah.
Which we had, who was it? Badger and I guess Azrael have both joined in, and I told them to put me on the
Yeah, I
friends
haven't
list.
played with either of them yet. I haven't played since. I know Az was talking to me all day on Friday. He was sending me Steam messages, giving me updates on his inability to install the game because apparently one of his discs and his DVD drive kind of had a little bit of a tiff, and he had to. I think he said he had to rip the discs to a virtual drive and then install the game from a virtual drive, and it worked fine from there.
That is a lot of work.
It sounded bad though because he messaged me. He's like, "Man, this is taking forever to install this," and I was like, "Yeah, it took probably about an hour or so. It's a 32 gig or 35 gig. I guess really it's 25 gig, but you need 35 free." And he's like, "Man, it's been since whatever time," and I was like, "Oh, is that like Eastern or something?" Because he's like, "No," he was like, "No, it's been 4 hours. It's been 4 hours, and it's still not done yet." I was
You've
like,
been here
wow.
4 hours. You go now.
I was like, I think it might have been easier to just download it straight from their site.
I had the exact same thing happen to me with Burning Crusade, with the World of Warhammer. I'm sorry, World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft expansion. The discs just do not get along with my drive, and it's annoying.
Are they DVDs or were they the CDs?
I think they're CDs because there's like 4 of them, and I can't imagine that it comes with 4 DVDs.
No,
so.
it comes with 1 DVD.
Yeah, which is a good reason to go out and buy the the trial one that's like $2.
Not 4 CDs.
Are you being disrespectful?
Huh?
Are you being
I actually just rebought Diablo 2, the big package, and it came with a trial disc. So.
Okay. Yeah, so then you got all the files on 1 DVD instead of 4, and you just throw those other ones away.
For real.
For $2.
Not bad.
Wow,
Awesome.
this is going downhill fast. So the rest of my week was spent working on the video, and I'm going to pass it on to someone else. I actually, no, I'll save that for the Wildcast.
Okay.
Cool. I'll go next, I guess. All right. Oh, I just wanted to say this just because it's just funny. It's something I saw this week on Twitter. A guy, Ironic Sans, he was trying to explain to someone on Twitter what Twitter was, and his explanation was, it's a text MMORPG where the winner is the one with the quickest wit, a.k.a. the out-Twitter.
Oh,
out-Twitter. Isn't that
that's
nice?
terrible. No, that is not nice. That is terrible. I cannot in good faith allow that to go by unchallenged.
Well, even the first part was great. It's a text MMO. Come on, that's great.
I'm cool with the text MMO part, but when you start getting to the out Twitter, then at that point I'm gonna have to burn you with fire.
So it's like a mud?
but I'm made out of fire. Fire makes me stronger. Ooh,
I don't believe
burn.
you.
Anyway, let me get on to something that's actually good.
Wes is laughing because he's rubber and Eric's glue.
Anyway. Okay, so this week I tried out a couple of new maps that various people in CP community. Donkey Kong was excellent. That was
Really?
Yes. Donkey Kong was made by Jazz. Remember last week, Brent, you talked about a map where it's a payload map where you go up.
Yes.
You know, well, this is inspired by that comment.
Jazz made it. Sweet.
And it is a really good start. Now, it's pretty silly when you first start playing it because, well, it's a Donkey Kong map. There's multiple levels. There's
flaming barrels.
No,
Donkey
not yet. Anyway,
Kong.
there are barrels laying around.
Is there a big monkey?
Not yet.
You love the monkey.
Yeah, there needs to be a monkey.
Can you pick up a hammer and it goes?
Well, you know it's Donkey Kong when you play it because there's little grates that you walk around on, and there's ladders. Some of the ladders are broken halfway. It's totally like you're in the arcade. And,
that actually sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. He's since updated it, and he's going to continue to update. But I played like the first public beta, I guess, and it was exciting. It even has the music and everything, so it's great. Also, TechCore is making You Damn Kids.
Yes.
Or Get Off My Lawn.
Get Off My Lawn. That's it.
The circular map that we talked about last week. Right.
Yep.
I played that a little bit. He's made it into an orange textureless map for now, I guess, just to get it, down.
How did it play?
It played pretty cool. It's not. You don't get lost at all. Well, at least I didn't. I mean, there's signs. There's 5 points, but you can clearly see what A, B, C, D, and Y, I think. Or X.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why the last letters look far, but it's pretty neat. The spawn is right in the center. You have 5 different rooms that you can exit out of. There's also, you can go to the second story of the spawn room where it's kind of like a castle top, like a watchtower, and so you can snipe from there or throw crit rockets or whatever you got to do. It's pretty neat, and it's coming along. So. I recommend that. It's fun. That's good times.
Very cool.
And I got IRC working on my DS this week using DS Organize, and that's what I'm using.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I'm using right now to be a part of the chat room, our live chat room, and Ustream. It's just an IRC client. So
that seems unnecessary to me. I mean, patently unnecessary.
What
you are on IRC on a Nintendo DS.
Because I don't have a laptop, so it's like this way it's IRC sitting in front of me, and it's small.
I guess you can install IRC on just about everything you can put like Quake on.
Pretty much.
Quake is on everything these days.
Well,
so.
I have an IRC client on my phone, but I chose not to do that because I don't know, it kills the battery, and I'd rather use it as a phone device. Anyway, on Thursday, I saw a tweet from Mint Condition saying something like, man, we really need to get this map uploading automated. We need a tool or we need something. So I thought, I wonder if I could whip something up real quick. So I wrote a Windows application that will basically batch upload lots of maps. And what it does is you select a server out of the list. Say you say server 3. And you drag and drop a bunch of BSPs onto the app. It will upload all the BSPs to server 3 and then zip up each one using bzip2 and upload all of them to a repository server, all in one click. So
That's
it's very
awesome.
very fast, very useful. I passed it around to a couple mods already, and it's being useful so far. I would like to beef it up and possibly put it out as open source, and I thought of a snappy name, maybe Map Blast, because this isn't just TF2 related. This is just a map uploader for any game. It doesn't just necessarily need BSPs or anything. I mean, so there could be a huge community that could get use out of this thing. So anyway,
okay, I have to mention a slight irony in this.
What's that?
And that is that this was brought on by Mint, who is a diehard Mac user, and you made a Windows app. Way to go.
I didn't think about that. That's funny. Anyway, I thought of some cool ways to make it into a server client app as well, connecting to PHP and a database on the other side. So I have some cool plans for it, but anyway, it's just a fun side project. So, but for now, it does exactly what it's supposed to do, and when we want to upload maps, or when designers want to upload their maps to our servers for testing, they can use this app, and it's fast, and it just does it. Because before we had to get around to doing it, and uploading was a big hassle because anyway. I'm
yes,
beating
I
that
need to get a
dead horse.
copy of this.
Yes, you do.
Or 2.
Or 6. I listened
Let's not
to,
go overboard now.
I listened to House Call, which is a CP spin-off podcast, I guess.
Yeah.
And the reason I say it's a spin-off is because 3 people, Nivacaris, Scarbone, and Ifrit, are CP listeners and contributors in the community, and they started up a podcast, but they borrow from our inside jokes on this show. So if you listen to this show, you'll totally get their show. And they reference, they'll say, what do you think about, episode 31? And they'll talk about this show on their show. And it's very, I would say it's a very good CP companion podcast. I learned a little bit about Zombie Master. I learned a little bit about Machinima, a really cool lip syncing technique that they talked about. They had the creator of Misfits, the TF2 Machinima that we talked about a few shows ago. Anyway, it's a good show.
So, do you think that means that either we don't explain things enough, or that we're doing too many inside jokes that we actually?
You know what I think it is?
Podcast?
I think that our sheer force of personality is such that one podcast cannot contain the magnificence that is us.
Yeah, I mean, you listen to this show if you want more, if you're begging for more, go listen to that show. And you don't have to listen to this show to be able to listen to that show. It's not,
but you should.
Yeah, but but anyway, I just want to say I'm listening to their shows. They have 3 episodes out so far, and I've listened to all of them, and I like them. Anyway, moving on to Friday night. Friday night was a CP After Dark action. I played with Brent a little bit. Already talked about that.
And then you played some TF2?
Yeah. Yeah, after Patty Cake with Brent. I uploaded tons of maps because on Thursday, that was when I developed this map uploader program. So I was like, I'm going to go to FPS Banana and download tons of new maps and just upload them real quick with one click of a button. So I did. I uploaded lots of new ones and ended up playing, for one thing, CP Steel. I finally got to play that, and I like it. I was very confused. I've only played it one time, so one time is not good enough for anyone to understand that map, I think. So,
no, it takes a while. Did you watch the little video on YouTube?
Oh yeah, I loved it. That was really they did a great job with that.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. Hey, while you're talking about that, earlier you were on, I guess, server 4, and it was passworded.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was sending people tells because there's a space open. I was like, man, I want to get in and play, and no one would respond to me. It was like, what?
Weird.
Did I, what's going on here?
I swear there was nothing going on, Brent. Nothing going on at all.
And so then finally, someone goes, he's taking the password off, and then everybody left. I was like, well,
see, I don't know
who
if it
cares
was
if the password gone
next
if no
time
one's
that
playing?
happens, Brent, just don't worry.
I really
about
don't care.
It was funny because I think it was a scrim going on because I didn't really know what was going on. Rasputin and Ivy both simultaneously IM'd me and said, "Hey, get in this game. We need an extra."
Oh.
Like, huh? Okay, so I got in all these rules, we can't have that many NGs and all this, and I'm like, is this a scrim? I never said anything.
Oh, is this the CP tournament going on? Did it start?
I believe so.
So you are part of UA.
Yeah, in a way, I guess. Not that I've ever
Nominally.
practiced.
Or CPU, I guess is the
CPU.
tag now.
It starts tonight, according to the chat
it starts tonight. Okay, and that was. I'm still unsure really what that was.
So
it was
Sunday,
a schoolyard.
last Sunday.
Yes.
If you're listening
Sunday
this Wednesday.
before the release of this podcast.
It was a schoolyard game, apparently. So anyway,
And it was passworded? Wow.
Yeah, it was passworded, but it was fun. We were on Dust Bowl. In fact, it was Payload. It was very interesting. The Payload Dust Bowl map. It's almost like it was actually designed to be a payload map.
Well, and that's what kind of
It
caught
seems
my,
like it would work very well. I mean, to
attention.
me, just in the way that its flow, it seems like it would work very well. And honestly, I haven't tried it, but I'd like to. I'd like to see if some of the unused space in Dust Bowl gets utilized in a payload map, because there is a lot of unused space in Dust Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, and I kept feeling like I wanted to go to different areas, different tunnels in different areas in Dust Bowl that were actually kind of useless for this style map. So I kept feeling like, oh yeah, that's right, I got to do this. Like I went to the first guard shack or the first control point in Dust Bowl, and there's nothing there, and I'm thinking, oh, great, why am I standing here again? You know? Oh, that's right, everyone's in the ditch. So I jump in the ditch. Well, that's where the cart's going. So you kind of have to relearn the map a little bit and figure out what the important areas are and what the useless areas are. So anyway, that was a lot of fun. Also, I'll go through this very quickly. Some new maps I checked out were CP Hard Hat. I found it very confusing. Century Wars. I think that is a very quick and silly game of Century Wars. It's lots of sentries everywhere. Lots of good sentry spots. It's a funny map. Oh, and there's tons of ammo everywhere too, so you can really build sentries. Anyway, Greystone. I thought this was a pretty horrible map. It seems to be broken in the sense that it's a CTF map for one thing, and when you grab the intel, you instantly win. So basically, what you're doing is you're grabbing the intel, and you.
That's it. You're grabbing the intel.
Well, I think what it is you have to retrieve it and put it back into the same zone. So you're right in the sense that you grab it and you win, but I think they had the capture things reversed. Maybe it was very silly. It was like a spy would come in and boom, win. It's like, well, what's the point? It's just really defend the area around the briefcase. It was, I don't know about that. It was a great looking map. It's a shame that it's useless. And Crossfire. I thought that was a nice looking map, but it was way too big. So we're constantly trying out new things. Oh, lastly, I tried out CTF Moonwalk, and that's a beautiful map. Have you guys played that?
I almost played that today.
Oh, okay.
I haven't played it.
You haven't? It's very sci-fi. Doesn't use the contemporary TF2 style textures and whatnot. But in the center of this, I don't know if it's a space station or it's whatever it is, there's low gravity. So it's a lot of fun. It's really cool. And okay, I'm leaving the most exciting thing for the very end here.
Thank God.
You know what? Actually, this is part of our listener contribution, so I'm just going to mention it quickly. I played a very crazy new mod, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But it's like an RPG mod for TF2 where you can roll dice and you get random benefits. And anyway, we'll talk about that later. So it was great. So that'll about do it for me.
Okay.
I'll keep going on the new map front.
Okay,
go for it.
I specifically went through the servers list and tried to find maps I'd never played before. And I found one called Cartoon Fight V900. Have you seen that one?
Mm-mm.
I played it on a jetpack server. And basically it's kind of like a castle in that it's got 4 towers, and there's like on opposite corners, there's a control point that each team has. And then on the other towers, there's an uncontrolled one, and then there's an uncontrolled one in the middle. And it's a 5-point map. And they're locked, of course. So you have to go get your other tower first, and then everybody goes and fights for the center. Okay. And it actually wasn't a bad little map. Of course, it was a jetpack map. And also, you've got these huge towers, which end up with snipers on them. Huh. So I don't know. I was 50-50 on that. Clyde actually got on with me for a little while today. I have no idea what he was doing. He logged on and said, "Hey, Wes," and I was like, "Hey," and then I got auto balanced to the other team.
Dope.
And then after a little while, he went away, and I never did find out why. But it was kind of funny because they had a custom MP3 for if you ran out of jetpack fuel.
Oh, sweet.
And it was something
what
like...
What did it sound like?
I can't remember, but it was something like, "Oh, bother, oh dear," or something like that.
I thought it was like sputtering, like...
No, it's you complaining because you've run out of jetpack fuel. Nice. And then the next one I played, I finally saw Yarg CTF Yard. Have you seen that one?
Yes, we played that Friday night. Yeah,
with the pirate ships.
Yeah,
I really like that map.
It's
I
silly.
really do.
Well, the only problem is if you fall in the water, you can't get out. I couldn't find a way.
You can.
In the back of the boat.
I swam all the way around the boat. I could not find
And
it.
you failed your perception.
Come up in it.
You failed your perception roll, Wes.
Yes.
I even swam under the boat.
Yes.
You missed it.
Yes.
I couldn't find it either. So,
And that was okay, except I was playing, and there's just kind of funny. The first server I got on, there were some Norwegians playing, so there was lots of Norwegian going on in the background.
Stinking Norwegians.
is that good or bad?
And then when I got on, and everybody on the Yard server that I was on was French. So, so I was running around, and there were these kids that were talking in French, and they sounded really serious about something, but I have no idea what they were talking about.
Oh, wow.
So after I got sniped in the head, like I couldn't get onto the other ship without getting sniped in the head. So and you know how I feel about snipers, so I quit.
Yeah,
It is kind of a sniper fest.
So then I moved on, and I found a new version. Have you seen any of these surf maps? Have you seen those?
Yes. That was another thing we played this Friday for the first time. Now Sigma Sign seems to know exactly how that works, and kind of led the entire crew into like, this is how you surf. But did you know how to surf?
It took. I had to ask, but I finally got instructions. Basically, there are these. You start elevated, and there are these long sloping objects, and the trick is you strafe on them. So like you get on you jump off, and there'll be like a raised ridge beneath you, and you land on one side or the other of the ridge, and then you strafe towards the center, and it basically lets you skate along this pathway. And then a lot of times they'll terminate them with a jump onto other surfing surfaces, or sometimes like there was one that had little pools of water, and as soon as you hit the water you got teleported to another raised location. So it was kind of like the sequence of chutes and ladders of sorts, which I thought was kind of interesting.
It was great, but you don't get a lot of surf time.
No,
I think it should be long. It should be like that level in Mario Kart, the Rainbow Road, where it's fast and furious, but it's colorful, and it goes left, right, up, down, and loop to loop, and that's what I want to see out of a surf map, don't you?
I would like to see something like that. The first one I played was Legends, and that was infinitely disappointing because basically there was some fall. I didn't know how to surf. There was some fall with a bunch of objects on the way down and a bunch of mist. You couldn't see the ground, and then when you made it to the ground, there was no way to get back up. And then there was so there were these side ledges or something like that you had to surf onto, and in the meantime our spawn had been camped. They had gotten above the ledge over us, and you couldn't like conch jump or anything up there. So basically it was just a lot of death raining down on our heads, and then periodically if you were on the bottom, this far wall would rotate, and these big mouths would blow steam out, and you would get killed, and it would say you'd been hit by the train. The little symbol next to your name.
Right.
And I was like, wow, okay. And I could never figure out how to surf on that one, so finally I moved on. And I moved on to Fun Park.
Was it fun?
That one actually wasn't that bad. That was the one probably that I had the most fun with. And then I tried one later called Buck Wild, and I did not care for that one very much at all. So after I had exhausted my desire to pursue surf maps, I moved on, and I went to a deathmatch map. It was called DM Store, Store, and it basically was a warehouse map. And it was a big death match, and there was only like 4 people on each side, and they were spawn camping us, so that got boring really, really quick. So I left that one. And then I found CTF Battle Creek. Now this is an older map. Do you remember this one? Mm-hmm. It kind of looks like a Halo map. It looks like the bases in Red versus Blue. was what I kind of thought.
Oh man!
And so I moved on. And then
Any side
Nice.
any side of Halo makes you yak.
Yeah. So then I moved on and I found one called Payload Dynamite. Have you seen this?
No.
It's a payload map and it's reasonably well done. Now, the last point was defended. I mean, we were able to hold them. They were able to hold us on the last little bit of the payload, but at least it felt like a good match. You know what I'm saying? It didn't feel contrived. It was a decent map. The paths were cool. There was ways to get around the other team, things like that. And so I do kind of recommend Payload Dynamite. And then the last one I found, and this is actually an old one, and I don't know if anybody remembers this. Do you remember Circle Jerk?
Yeah.
I never played it, but people always talk about it, and I'm curious.
Circle Jerk is kind of cool. Basically, there's 4 points, and you're able to capture them in a clockwise manner.
Okay.
So if you possess the igloo, then you can get the pagoda. And if you have the pagoda, you can get the boot. You know, and there's four little things. And I just, as I was playing it and I'm going into like a little base and it's got an igloo picture above it, I felt like I was playing like in Lost. You know how they go to the orchid and the,
Yeah. That's cool.
So anyway, so that, and I thought that was kind of cool. And so that was my map journey for the week. I had some fun playing that. The people I was playing with didn't much care for Circle Jerk. But I think it's kind of a cool concept and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's where I am on it. Cool concept, but something happens and the map just doesn't, it stops being fun. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure what it is.
I had a big wine week. I did. I had a couple of wine tastings this week, and also did a lot of cold calling, and so that ate up a lot of my time. And then I played a lot of Age of Conan. I am level 32 now and having a good time with that. I also worked on my garden a lot this week. I have squash and corn and peppers.
Yummy.
And and my squash plants are bigger than my son. They're huge. They're like 3.5 feet tall. So anyway,
Hacienda squash.
yes. So Brent,
Delicious.
Yes.
How was your week?
I had to.
Oh, you already did your week.
So this week I played a little bit of Team Fortress and
Shut up.
Oh, we've got to listen to Spencer now, don't we?
How was your week?
Yeah, you have to listen to me. Well, I had 2 weeks, and I haven't played any Team Fortress in either of those weeks at all.
Well, you fessed up that you were taking a...
I am, but I still feel kind of bad, and I would like to play some. I was not here last week because 2 things. One, I was at my final sister's wedding last week on this day, and it was great. And that's all of my siblings are married, including me, so I don't have to worry about any of those until my nephew gets married in a couple years.
Or until we all get divorces.
Yeah, well...
Way to look on the happy side.
Hey, I'm here for you.
All at the same time is what happens. One brother gets divorced, then it's like domino effect. My sister, then me, then my other sister. Yeah, just ugh. Anyway, the other big news from last week is that I got laid off.
You got laid? Laid off.
Got laid off, which is not awesome.
Sucky.
And trying to figure that out. So I'm not in great shape financially, so we'll see what happens here. At least I have shoes. I did play some Conan here and there. I didn't play as much as I would have liked, honestly. I'm playing a barbarian. I am level 31.
Cool, let's group together.
I am awesome.
I am a
cannot
conqueror.
deny my power. It's fantastic.
Barb for short.
Yes. But I'm not going to talk about that too much. The other big news as far as computer gaming is concerned this week, I don't know if any of you have ever played it, but one of my favorite games is Beyond Good and Evil.
Oh,
which was,
yeah. I loved it.
Released several years ago.
Yeah.
And they have officially announced that a sequel is coming.
Yeah, I saw that this week too. That's so exciting.
Oh my god, it makes me so happy. I want to clap like a schoolgirl.
I don't know anything about this game, and I heard about it.
Oh, so great. It's so good.
Well, that's another thing I was going to bring up. It is single player, yes, it's story based. If you want to know how it's played and how it's structured, it's sort of like Zelda, except it's more accessible. I don't mean easier. I just mean the storyline is better, and it's. I think it's more fun than Zelda personally. I've played through it like
has
2
it survived?
times.
I mean, could I pick it up now and enjoy it?
That's what I was going to say. It is on Steam. Oh. It is $10, and it's great.
You lost me at single player.
Well, Conan's single player.
I know you don't play single players, but
it's multiplayer.
Only when you play with your friends.
No, every time I log in, it's multiplayer. That never changes. Ever.
They all get in the way, though.
You don't have to play it because I know you hate fun. But everyone else, if you haven't played Beyond Good and Evil, I highly recommend it. It's dirt cheap and it's worth.
There's a reason.
What did you play it on? I played it on the GameCube.
Amiga.
I played it on the PS2, and I recently repurchased it on Steam. Okay. And I'm playing through it on there now.
See, now if it came out for like the DS or something, I could get into that. You know, I'm into like single player games on the DS.
Yeah.
Other than that, in the gaming sphere, I am getting. I know I've talked about this on the podcast before, and it just keeps getting worse and worse. I'm getting more and more heavily into D&D. And
you're not running around in sewers, are you?
In sewers?
Yeah, with swords.
No, they don't have sewers here.
Okay. You're not running around backyards, are you?
No. I'm actually in a gaming shop, and that's what I was going to say. Next, this upcoming Friday, which is, I believe, the 6th. Is that correct?
6th of June?
Yes. Is the day that Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition is being released. And the following day is D&D Game Day. And if anyone here is in the South Carolina area, I'm going to be running a game on Game Day at Dueling Ground in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So if you feel like dropping by, just pop on in.
Do you want to give a Razer mouse away?
If you could get me one by next week, I'd be happy to.
Sweet.
And let's see, my last little bit of information. Everyone else talked a lot, and I don't really have a whole lot to talk about, but excuse me. I am now working on a new podcast project that I kind of had an idea for a couple months ago, but it's a very heavily produced kind of thing, and I didn't have time to do anything like that. But, you know, there's a bright side to being unemployed. Now I can start paying attention to stuff like that. And I'm actually going to be announcing what it is and have a sort of little introductory thing out probably by next week. So, you know, keep your stations tuned in. And that's it for me. That's all I got.
Cool.
I pointed my wife towards the big collection of Amazon D&D books for Father's Day. I was like, "Oh, look at this! You can, if you pre-order them, you get them all for cheap. Look at that! Bye, honey."
Nice.
So we're gonna start an online D&D game.
Actually, 4th edition is going to come with online tools. So
yep, you can play
I'm
it.
Probably going to start something like that.
Can we Ustream it? Everybody Ustreams it, and
yeah, conceivably you could if you can select on your screen where the stuff is going. Yeah, you could Ustream our D&D game.
The whole point is though that it comes with tools, so you don't have to Ustream.
So can we Ustream it though?
You can point your webcam at your monitor and Ustream the stuff that's... You know what? You can Ustream Age of Conan if you want. You can Ustream anything. Brent, you're a big boy.
So we can Ustream it?
Yes.
Speaking of
the
answer,
cool.
Speaking of
yes.
Ustream, did you know that we're on the front page of Ustream right now?
No,
Really?
I did not.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
freaky.
hot.
It is. Anyway, moving on. Woo!
Maybe that's why we got all these people in there that I had to kick.
Yeah, I see you over there kicking people.
Kick,
so we are now
kick.
We are now hearing voices over
Okay,
the loud
Extremeware. See you later. You're getting a nice little ban.
What's going on?
News
More
and
kicking?
discussion.
No, this is a ban.
Oh, we're banning people. All right, loudspeaker.
First
What do we got
thing.
in there?
Who wants to talk about the first thing?
I'll do
first
it.
thing.
The Meet the Sniper video is upcoming, apparently, along with the Sniper Unlocks
Interesting.
at the same time. Do we have a date on that, or like a I mean, I know we're talking about Valve here, so
Yeah.
any date is
So
negotiable.
we were wrong
but-
about the pyro unlocks?
Apparently we were. I did not see a date anywhere. I saw the official chat log from the conference that they had, and there wasn't anything in there. And I read 2 articles on 2 different gaming sites, and they didn't seem to know either. So I guess that's not published. But I think everybody was caught by surprise on this one. Everybody figured it was the pyro. So
Yeah, they listened to our podcast and heard that we said it was the pyro, and they're
Yeah.
like, yeah, right.
Burn.
Now it's not.
I think that's exact's what happened.
They're out to spite us.
But the weird thing is, like, everybody in the forums are talking about, like, what's up with the sniper? What are you going to do? What are you going to give the sniper? I mean, you already get one-shot kills with the sniper. What else do you need? What's going to be
They're
more?
going to give him a
efficient?
gun that is. They're going to give him a gun that's 2 shots to kill.
Maybe a better. You get a machine gun. I think that's a really awesome secondary weapon. I don't know what else. they
Maybe
need.
a higher rate of fire sniper rifle, but you don't get crits for it or something like that,
Maybe
Oh,
he'll
yeah.
get something,
or it does less damage. I don't
like
know.
flares. Like in the original one, they had flares where they could light up dark areas. So
Maybe
they'll-
they get a ability to call in UFOs that will shoot the enemy team with lasers of death.
I'm
just
thinking
spitballing here,
airstrikes.
maybe.
He's going to be able to shoot a flare somewhere and then call in an airstrike to that point. You heard it here first.
I think they're gonna. I think they might give him the pyro's flamethrower and the pyro's axe, and pretty much give all the pyro stuff to him. And then the pyro's gonna get the sniper rifle and stuff like that, just to confuse everyone, because I think that would work.
Yeah, that would
I'm
confuse me.
confused. You're just talking about it, and I'm already confused. So
It could be something like what if they gave him like a dart gun, like a fast rate of fire, long range, stunning dart gun, so it doesn't kill you.
Oh, it would daze the opponent.
Yeah.
So they'd just be kind of like Mortal Kombat, like finish him. He's just kind of dazed, standing there.
Yeah,
that'd be
maybe
pretty
something
sweet.
like that. But something that you can hit anywhere on the body. It doesn't have to be a headshot. You
Oh,
can
that
hit-
would make the target stop, and then you switch to your sniper rifle, and then boom, headshot. Easy.
Yes.
Okay.
you know
I
what
like
I'm
that.
thinking it's going to be? I think that they're going to give the sniper a medigun that shoots crits instead of Ubers, so you can crit Uber someone. That's what I think they're going for.
Nice. Or, Argyle socks would be nice, too.
yes, and some later hosen.
Yeah. All right.
The next thing here on our list is that Valve has announced something called Steam Cloud, which there are a lot of cool features on this, and the one that is getting the most press, and I'm pretty excited about, is that all of your Steam games, the save games, will be stored on their network. So you will be able to carry your Steam games between different computers. If you have to reformat your hard drive or something, you don't have to worry about backing up your save games because they'll all be saved there for you.
That's totally excellent. I really like that idea. It's just total portability. Also, another thing that they said they are considering is storing replay videos and kill cams from Team Fortress 2 and maybe some other games. But could you imagine that demos being stored on the server so you could just record and you have, I
Would
don't
they
know.
break after every update, though?
That's the question. Excellent question, but so we may see that too. That's exciting.
Cool.
Cloud
what's this
computing
next
at its
thing?
best.
Here's my attempt of trying to spread a little bit of Team Fortress 2 news that's not PC. Now, I don't really have a good source on this, but this seems to be rather correct. There,
As far as rumors go,
that's the small print. Okay, so we got word that possibly on PS3 these new maps will be released with a new patch. No word if this is going to be free or not, but PS3 is going to be seeing CTF Well, Badlands, and Gold Rush. Now, these are old maps for the PC, but these are brand new for PS3, so I think that's good and all, but we don't know if it's free, and they are coming kind of late. So, I mean, obviously, I think it's safe to say that, distribution and patching and things like that on any network like PS3 Online, whatever it's called, or Xbox Live is pretty slow and kind of kind of clunky and kind of out of the realm of Valve because Valve are PC developers. So everything's going to kind of come late. And
and I would think that they would pick like a map, like have a map a month or something from map developers and say, we're going to give you this map this month.
Yeah.
And it would be like free content that they're giving, maybe they would have to pay something or something, but I wouldn't expect really they would.
See, I don't think Valve would charge extra for this content, given that it's free for PC users and it's part of their business model. But I think the reason they would charge is because it costs Valve money to do this.
Well, I'm not saying charge them. I'm saying charge the original map, like pay the original map creator something for, since we're going to give this to these people as it's kind of seems like it's their product or something, but a way to give more maps each month to these people for free would be, great, I think.
Yeah.
All of this whole argument, I'm sure people in Valve are having the same argument right now about what they should do with their content on content delivery streams that they don't control. And I really think that this is one of the reasons why they remain a PC developer, because on their own content delivery platform, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
And they don't have to worry about what Sony's going to say or what Microsoft's going to say. I'm fairly convinced the entire reason that there are no new maps out for the 360 version is because Microsoft would not let them release the maps for free. Microsoft has had a habit of not allowing content developers to release free content. So I think that has a big
They have free demos and stuff, though, on there, don't they?
Yeah, but the demos, they don't charge for demos. But, like, for example, Call of Duty 4 is getting a new map pack for the PC this Thursday. Now, granted, the 360 had it quite a while ago, but for the PC, it's coming for free. For the 360, you have to pay for it. So that's just the way it works.
That's what they should do. They should say, yeah, we're selling a new map pack, but we're going to give you some demos of it, but have them all in the demos. Just to sneak it by Microsoft.
Now, Stern in the chat room saying that EA has done the port for PS3, and it could very well be that EA is is testing the waters with this new form of micropayments. Obviously, with Bad Company charging you extra to get content. No, the PS3 game.
Sorry.
Well, I'm not sure that EA has as much control over Valve's distribution as they do over, say, Bad Company. I mean, they are Valve's publisher nominally, but honestly,
I just think EA has a bad,
still Valve's game
business practice. Even with what they did with all the NFL games, they got with the NFL signed something that says that no one's allowed to make a NFL game or any kind of sport game like that, like with
brilliant
actual teams and actual players. Now you can make your football game, but it's got to be starring Joe Blow and Jack Jew and whatever.
But as a company, though, that's brilliant. To be able to get the NFL to sign something like that, that's just
and it's hard to argue. The EA sports games are really, really good for the most part.
It's a monopoly, though. It's illegal what they're doing, right?
No. It's just like having only one person able to put out Star Wars stuff.
I know that you haven't played a whole lot of them, but the EA football franchise, ever since this agreement took place, has not made really any strides at all in terms of updating the content. I mean, updating the gameplay. It's all been just roster updates, basically. So they have not, and we're really, really off topic here, but
hey, there's something new.
This is what the PS3 conversation takes us.
Well, I mean, and by the same token, I've heard that the new NFL game coming from EA is going to address those concerns. But honestly, if they were still in a competitive marketplace, then we might have seen some advances already. I mean, the old Game Day Sony series really did force EA to step up the Madden franchise, and they haven't had anyone to make them do that since this happened. So,
Yeah.
Anyway, this is now the Madden podcast. So, are you a 69ers fan? 49ers. I don't know anything about football.
I am the 69ers fan.
Is it the 112th Legion? I don't know.
Okay. Next is what is this next one? What does that mean?
This is you, Brent. The contributions thing.
Listener contributions. Oh wait, we're not to that segment, are we?
No.
I didn't even realize. I
Dun,
thought we were
dun.
still on like Eric's week or something. We've been going through news and stuff. I had to deal with those people in the chat room, and they're all banned and gone. And I guess you're talking about the a while ago. I started a contest to get people to post all the contributions people have done for the community.
Right.
Yeah, and a lot of people put them out there, and we made a page that you can get to off the front page that's listener contributions, which we, now we need to update it again, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's constantly going to be having to be updated, but
we have
resource.
winners for the contest. Mr. Eagle wins with the most submitted. He submitted 15, not contributions that were his, but links to those contributions. So he gets a button, and then we chose 3 other random winners, which were Robot Guy, Super Chicken Hunter, and Goose. They all win a button. So just email me or PM me your mailing address, and I'll get those out to you.
Nice.
And that takes us to the next contest, the calendar contest.
Woo.
That thing's still going on?
It's like Duke
It
Nukem
hasn't
forever.
really started yet. Yeah. We never got enough submissions to do a calendar. I think we've got about 7 submissions or so, and we had a 1 or 2 that were mailed to us that we need to get pictures of, but for some reason I haven't been able to get images of those. Not
for
sure
me,
why.
right.
So we're waiting for that to actually post the images in the forum so people can vote on them, and then we'll have winners and actually get rid of one of these puppies.
Yeah, and for the webcam viewers, he raised up
Hey, you're sending one to me,
or
right? For the
podcast
D&D
listeners.
thing.
or that are looking. We will be giving away mice. Razor.
You're sending one to me for the D&D thing, right? So
of course.
Yeah. Here you go. Let's shove it up there. You got it?
right through the pipes.
Yeah,
Awesome.
right through those tubes. What else do we have here?
What about the Build Chaos a Computer contest?
Oh, yeah, that's gone.
Yeah, I guess we talked about that earlier.
I guess the outcome of it, though, so I started this competition or contest because everybody kept saying, no, don't go with Dell, because, Dell gets a bad rap for being for being Dell.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, fine, just y'all find me this computer then. If y'all can find one that's, better than this for the same price or something, then go for it.
We lost Spencer as our co-host.
What?
I'm coming back in. Sorry about that.
And the deal I had found was actually ending that day. So I was like, it was kind of taking a chance of, well, if they can't find one, then, but they were so sure they could. And then a few people started posting that they couldn't. So I was like, okay, well, screw this, let's cancel the contest. I'm going to get the machine. So that's what I did. So that was the outcome. We did have one person who did submit something. So they are going to get a button.
Cool. Congrats, nameless one.
And I wish I could.
Oh, mighty
It's here
nameless
somewhere.
one.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Oh,
It's
mighty nameless one.
Oh man. Scott.
Scott.
Man,
Spock.
No, Joe.
Joe.
Steve.
Joe
No, he's
Spock, Scott.
damn. I'm going with Scott.
All right.
Good night, McLeod.
Scott CP.
Scott.
anyway.
Thank you, Scott. Because we got it in pretty fast anyway.
Okay.
So that was it with that.
Let's see here. The next thing on the list. Is there anything else on the list?
Oh,
I
Steam
lost
updates.
Yes, we had some
Steam
Steam
updates,
updates.
yes.
Steam updates.
Steam updates.
And TF2 updates as well.
TF2 Steam updates. There's several updates. The update came out on the 28th. We've got some here. The first one, improved in-game status and playtime tracking for games with launcher apps. And I have not tested this out yet. Has anyone else done that?
Yeah, I did. I checked it with Warcraft 3 because Warcraft 3 has a launcher app. Or at least if you play the Frozen Throne, it will show that you're playing Warcraft 3 for about 2 seconds, and then it'll disappear, and it'll just look like you're just online, not playing anything. Well, with
Yeah,
the
it did
patch,
the same thing with Conan and everything.
It has fixed it, and now I can see other
cool.
people playing Frozen Throne. I suppose that probably fixed it for lots of games, but that was kind of the tester app for me. So,
I did see someone online today playing Frozen Throne, so I'm going to give that a thumbs up. Yes.
yay!
I still haven't played Frozen Thrones.
Oh yeah. Well,
But if someone wants to send me a serial number to a box that they'll never open again or play, then feel free.
You know what? Don't listen to him. Send it to me. The next thing
Send it to
that
both
we've
of
got here
us.
that's marked is, let's see, added DirectX 10 support to the in-game overlay,
very
which
nice.
may just improve compatibility and refresh speed and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool.
Very nice for you 8800 GTs and above. Probably, right?
Quick question.
No. DirectX 10, not. That's not the
Oh,
same.
Direct
as,
3. Oh, right.
Quick
It's not
question.
the same as.
Did anyone here ever actually enable the multi-core support?
for
You know,
TF2?
I tried it, but it just seemed like it was too much work to do it on my own system. I mean, why was I going to bother? Because I couldn't do it in multiplayer, so why bother?
Yeah. Okay, just checking.
Oh. Hey, so what you're talking about, Direct and 3D and
DirectX 10
stuff
is
like
not
that.
the same as DirectX 10.
Exactly, but DirectX 10, is that just for Vista?
Yes.
Okay. Just wondering.
Moving
Sorry
on.
about that.
The Team Fortress update, which came out on the same day, the 28th, they did a whole bunch of stuff. My favorite fix in here is that they fixed mat_q_mode crash during level transitions.
Wow.
And the only reason I say that's my favorite is because I have no idea what any of that means.
It is pretty excellent.
But seriously, some of the important things: fixed rapid weapon switching, allowing medics to prevent deployed Uber charges from draining. That's just a medic exploit. And let's see, they improved prediction of spies' speed changes when disguising. I assume that this was put here by Eric. It says, "What does this even mean?"
Yes, that was me.
And I have no idea what it means either. Does anyone want to venture a guess?
I'm guessing that the other people's clients are like, when you're changing, your costume or whatever, maybe it's not sending it to them fast enough. So to them,
Other speed is wrong, maybe.
yeah, and so maybe they're seeing you as a spy longer. So it's kind of screwing the spies up, maybe. That's all I can come up with.
I was
It may
thinking
also have to.
I was
I
thinking
don't
it
know.
had to do with how it specifically says prediction of speed changes. Could it be movement speed? Could it be?
Yeah, it could be.
That's true.
Could be.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And then the last thing of note here is that they fixed some map exploits in Gold Rush. So good.
Again, I wasn't aware that there were any.
You could pick up the little thing, the bomb thing, and throw it over the fence, and it just ended the game.
Oh.
Yeah, you could do that. You could also ride atop it and fall through the sky onto Tokyo.
I wish I would have known
you could
about
also
this
build
earlier.
a sentry inside the payload cart.
Man.
And then sometimes you could just crawl up the back part of it.
I was
and
playing
just
Gold Rush
hide
like a
in there.
noob then this whole time. Oh, well, I guess they patched
Also,
those.
if you hit the bomb in a very specific spot with a rocket launcher, it would actually destroy the world. I mean, not in game, just the entire world. So
Man, that's
I'm
better
glad
than
they
the
fixed
paramilitary strike force right there.
I'm glad they
paramilitary
patched
strike
that.
force. Okay, let's see. Last thing here.
Dominator.
Dun, dun.
Dominator. I don't know what this is. Someone else do this.
Dominator. It's the assassin game, I guess, that they
Yep.
pulled from last episode. If you had listened to it, Spencer, you would know what it was.
He doesn't listen to podcasts.
I don't listen to podcasts.
It's basically a game of Assassin. You remember Assassin, right?
Yeah.
It's basically a game of Assassin, but in Team Fortress 2.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
I wanted to sign up, but I just didn't know if I'd have enough time to play and didn't know when it would start, really, and so I didn't sign up for it yet.
There's a thread, we'll link to it. Sigma Sign is going to be kind of heading it up. He'll be the GM, I guess, or admin, or whatever you want to call it, for that game. So in this thread will be the dates and the rules and all that good stuff.
And basically, Spencer, what happens is it's like Assassin, and that everybody gets one other person's name, and their job is to dominate that person in game and get a screenshot of it.
That's really cool.
So
I can get behind that. Listener contributions, listener contributions, listener contributions. Dun, dun,
All
Done.
right, that was exciting.
okay,
Yeah.
we got this email. Who put this in here?
I did. This is an email that was sent to us regarding the awesome new mod that I was talking about earlier during my week.
Oh yeah.
This comes from Jocker. And it says, he has a warning label on this email. It says, once tried, you may find the vanilla TF2 servers too much boring.
Too much boring?
Too much boring.
Literally, that's what he said?
Yes,
too much boring?
Too much boring.
Oh.
And basically, it's set up where you log in and you get rules and things. You get a list of commands, and one of the commands is dice roll. You type that in, and you will receive positive prizes as well as negative ones. So positive ones would be things like ammo clip boost, 100% crits for like 35 seconds, speed boosts, invisibility, and my favorite was low grav, because playing Dust Bowl with this thing as an NG, I could just oh my god, I got low grav, time to jump up in some impossible place, put a sentry down. And then you can type. So negative ones would be like your health down to 1 point, or melee only, or basically like, or empty your clips or whatever. No ammo. Even just random death. Also, you can type kamikaze, and you turn it into a time bomb, so you can run up to someone and explode. And it lasts 10 seconds, so you got to run up to someone. Well, really, the best thing about this whole thing that everyone will enjoy is typing nuke. What that does is, you ever play StarCraft?
Oh God!
You walk up, you wherever you are, you type nuke, and it will announce that a nuclear bomb has been set, or is in motion, or whatever, and or maybe it's nuclear launch detected, and all around wherever you stood and typed nuke, there's all these blue rings kind of emitting, so you can see it from anywhere on the map. It's
kind of like the beacon.
Yeah,
thing?
yeah.
Okay.
But it's like times 100, so it's just like really, a bunch of rings, and so it just sits there. So a good thing to say in comms is, nuke at A, because me and I think it was who was playing with me that night? Johnny Napalm. We were playing on the server, and it was like, okay, nuke at B, everyone clear, because it kills everything. It doesn't care what team you're on. It will blast. It doesn't matter where you are on the screen or on the map. If you're in the spawn room and you're playing gravel pit, and the 0.5, the nuke's gone off. Even if you're that far away, you'll go blind for a minute, and the whole screen will shake, and it will slowly fade into video. So it's amazing.
Well, that sounds pretty cool. I want to play that.
And if you're caught in the blast, it's hectic.
So
anyway,
you can just type nuke at any time?
Well, the thing is, everything you have to play in moderation. Like, you can't dice roll too many times in a row. I don't know what the rules are, but it says you have already dice rolled or whatever. And
that's good. Okay, that sounds much less broken than I had assumed.
Yeah, and there's a number of nukes that your team has. This, again, is an unknown number. I could probably figure it out if I just played it a little bit more. I want to say maybe 5, maybe 6, 7, maybe. And nukes appear to be, you can lay them down as fast as you want, I think. It doesn't seem to have any kind of timer, but it's limited. So once you've gone through all the nukes, you're done. And that's per team. That's not just per player. So you could possibly, anger your teammates by, blowing like useless nukes somewhere. So
Spencer, you're looking a little pallid.
Yeah,
I know.
A little green.
So I would highly suggest playing this mode of play. I would really like to know if we can get this mod working maybe on our fun server, because it's a lot of fun. And the one that I'm playing, or the one that exists right now, it is in where is it? .it. So it is lag central for Americans. So, but it was still a lot of fun. I think my ping was maybe 200 or something like that. So, I would like to see it in America. So,
yeah, I don't know if that's a mod, kind of like Source Mod or Beatles, where you can just put it in there and point to it, or if it's something you have to do at command line, which we don't really have that option since we're with GameCrapServers.com.
Yeah, but yeah, it's you just say the stuff out in chat, and when you type in a command, you don't see it. Like, other people don't see your command, so it's not spammy. So it's well done.
Very cool. Because I know there's some mods they had that was like zombie stuff, but I think that was for Counter-Strike, so maybe they'll port that to the TF2 stuff.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
I haven't played Zombie Master yet. Has anybody else played it?
I still haven't, no. But
I downloaded it, and I need to play it.
Yeah, me too.
Is this a single player game?
No. It's a source mod. It's a Half-Life 2 mod. Zombie style.
I haven't
so we
played
can
it
do it on
since
our
it
server,
first
since
came
TF2.
out on beta.
No, it's not TF2. It's Half-Life 2.
Okay.
I haven't actually tried it since it first came out in beta, and it was terrible. So I might have to give it another shot.
Yeah. Sounds good.
We also got a question from Johnny Napalm, who played with you the other night on this wacky server. And the question was, what wine would you pair with heavy bacon? And if everybody doesn't know, I sell wine for a living. So the question, I guess, is directed towards me.
Are we going to go like Boone's Farm, something like that on that?
Well, let's be honest here. If we're trying to down some heavy bacon, we want something that would be good for taking down a heavy, right? So something French. We would probably want
Are you
something
sure?
French.
Are you sure?
Like a spy.
I'm not so sure about that.
No?
What would you go with?
I'm not a big wine fan. I would say good old-fashioned potato distilled vodka. I mean, I know it's not a wine, but he has to like it a lot, so you just give him a lot of it and he drinks it and then he falls unconscious.
Well,
Nice.
yeah, you could go that way.
I would go with something trashy like Mad Dog or...
maybe just bring it down to like aristocrat vodka.
Yeah. Or maybe
Russians
Boone's
like
Farm.
that, right?
Boone's Farm or something, real low grade, something crappy that's hardly even considered being wine.
Mad Dog.
Yeah, maybe something with a kangaroo on it. I like wine with kangaroo on
Well, that's something else that's good for taking out heavies is a good sniper. So you might want to go Australian, a nice Barossa Shiraz from Barossa.
Oh,
Ah,
this is
fancy.
getting. I know that this whole podcast is inherently a geeky kind of thing, but we're beyond the pale at this point. We need to reel this puppy in.
Okay,
let's see.
moving on. We have some images. A Super Chicken Hunter said he got very bored the other night, and he took Luigi with Gary's mod and took him for a romp through the Aperture Science Enrichment Center. This is a series of pictures with Luigi from Mario. from Super Mario Brothers, and in various points in the Portal game, and some of them are kind of cool, and you should check them out.
Yeah, it has a happy
Yeah.
ending too. Not to spoil anything, but it turns out good at the end.
Does he get cake?
You'll have to just see.
The next thing on here is an Engineer Army video by Deadpool. It's a YouTube video that I have not watched, so I can't talk about it anymore. Does someone else want to?
Using a surprisingly finite number of commands, he spawned an army of engineers, which he all commanded to build sentries at the same time. And so
Super creepy.
And so he has this army and he does it on a particular map, and then he goes up and watches them as the enemies spawn in, and his evil engineer army decimates everything in sight.
And what's really interesting about it is the commands that he used. He spawns a bunch of bots, and then he tells the bots to mimic his own actions. I thought that was pretty
This is
interesting.
really cool, actually.
Yeah, so it's...
I'm watching it right now. It's hypnotic.
Yeah.
Now, one thing is, after a little while, two of his engineers get some knockback.
That's right.
And they are no longer part. And I told him that his rebel engineers need to be crushed.
Yeah. It was good. Lots of potential there with those with the use of bots and mimicry.
Yeah. And let's see, next thing on our list is our weekly question from Ifrit.
Okay, and we'll play it now.
Hey guys, it's Ifrit with my question of the week. This week's question is, if the classes from TF2 were on Survivor, who do you think will be first voted off the island and who will be the winner? That's all for now. Ifrit out.
Who would be voted off the island first?
Spy.
I don't think so. He's too clever.
Yeah, I think he'd be the
Spy.
winner.
Yeah,
No,
and
no.
the pyro's too important.
Yeah.
Pyro's too important?
He's
Start that fire.
He's able to make fire, man. We covered that a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about who we'd want on the desert island.
That's right.
True. We
that's
are
right.
on an island. People are trying to survive out there.
Yeah,
okay.
so
I
the
think maybe the
engineers...
sniper, because maybe he can read lips, and if he can zoom in and get people's conversations, you don't want that around there.
Yeah, and he is
No,
kind of
the
a
sniper
jerk.
is good for taking down waterfowl, so they want to keep him.
Yeah, the island could possibly be too small for him to even snipe another human.
It might be the soldier or the demo.
I would think the soldier, because he's one crazy mofo.
But the demo's drunk all the time, and they'd probably think he was a jerk.
You know, that's true. The drunk guys usually get tossed first, right?
No one can take him seriously.
Yeah, but the soldier would totally be the first guy to take off his pants and run around the island naked. You know this.
Now, and then and the scout is just trash talker. He respects no one.
Yeah, but remember Boston Rob won that year, or got really close. So I'm saying the demo is gonna get voted off first.
Yeah,
I'm saying the soldier.
That too.
I'm saying the soldier. Sticking to it. He's too busy trying to tell people about farms and Sun Tzu, and no one wants to hear that. He's like the old guy that always gets on the island right away and then gets kicked off because he's the old guy.
and I think the final three is going to be the heavy, the medic, and the spy.
Yeah, I think that's a good one.
Because the heavy and the medic's going to work together the whole time.
Yep.
And the spy's going to work with them, and he's going to be the brains behind the operation, and then they'll get through to the end, and everybody votes for the jackass at the end.
Yeah. And plus the heavy is going to fail. You know, they get to that last little challenge where it's usually an endurance thing where you have to stand on a pole or something.
Oh no, he'd do fine on the endurance thing. It's like if they, he's used to carrying around that big gun, he could do that. But
no.
I think that if it came down to an agility test, like you have to crawl underneath a bush, or I don't know. I've never watched Survivor, so I don't know.
See, I actually watched it for about 5 years, so I'm gonna.
You're a dork.
Well, okay. Let's. I gave up. Reality TV for Lent. Okay.
The next thing here on our list is we have a comment from Intel Officer J.
Okay.
Hey, Control Point, Intel Officer J here. I've been a big fan of your show and enjoy being part of the community. Anyway, I've got a little tactic for the medic and his Uber saw. If the game you're playing has friendly fire on, you can attack your teammates and thus charge your Uber really fast. Thought I'd let you know. Bye bye. P.S. Sorry for the weird accent.
Wow. Okay, so I didn't know that. Hacks.
Yeah, I don't really. You can Uber saw your own teammates if friendly fire's on.
I don't know.
Because conceivably, also you could heal them up immediately afterwards. So you could just sit there and go rant,
yeah,
and then heal them back up.
I have made my thoughts on friendly fire servers known in podcast past. Now, it was quite a while ago, so basically I'll say I believe that friendly fire servers on in TF2 are a recipe for hatred and tears. So I don't play them, so this has absolutely zero effect on me.
And we've checked in the chat room. Brent, do you want to say it?
No, you go for it.
I'm sorry.
No.
I interrupted you.
Here, I'm going to do it. Okay. Sigma says, and Sigma seems to know a lot about TF2. He says that that is false. That you can hurt your teammates, right? But you can't build up a charge.
Okay, yeah, I will take it. On friendly fire servers, you can't hurt your partner with the Uber or it doesn't get a charge.
Oh, they said you can hurt them, but you can't.
Yeah, it doesn't build up a charge. So.
Right. So, you've tried this out. There's other people saying in the chat room that they've tried this out, and so you don't really know until you actually try it out, or just take Sigma Sign's word for it.
Flonk says it doesn't work either, so listen to Flonk.
Yeah. And Dog Meat Stew says Sigma's right.
So this maybe this worked at some time, and that got secretly patched quietly under this, behind the scenes.
So next would be surveillance, but we don't believe in that right now.
No, we don't.
We might believe in it next week.
Yes, I will announce this right now. Next week, our surveillance will be CP Steel, and we will have a guest host.
Recon?
A guest, not a host, but a guest. Sigma Sign will be on the show next week.
Oh, wait, yeah, that's reconnaissance, not surveillance.
Recon, you losers.
Oh, that was reconnaissance. Reconnaissance. So stay tuned next week, Sigma Sign. It will be exciting.
And we actually don't have any surveillance this week.
We do not.
No, we haven't been paying any attention.
Yeah, we were not surveilling.
Dun dun.
So moving on to shout-outs, we have a shout-out to Dog Neely, who is still working on his minigun PC case mod. We will have some links to his amazing work so far, but he is making a minigun, a life-size minigun that will have a computer. And is he putting the projector in there too?
I hope so. I don't know.
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be
That
awesome.
would be totally awesome.
So,
but yeah,
And if he feels
continues.
like sending this computer to me when he's done, that would be tops.
Yeah. And we did talk about it a long time ago, but he's still cranking it out. New pictures, new updates, so it's going to be a masterpiece.
Did someone make a sentry gun mod? In some time?
yes.
Yes,
Not
someone
our
did,
group.
yes.
Because that's what I want to see is like the dispenser that would be your box. And then out of it, out of the little thing where you get the ammo and stuff at the bottom, you'd get your mouse and your keyboard out to
That's
play.
cool.
Oh, that's
And then you'd
kinda
have the
cool.
sentry gun right next to it, which would be your projector, and shoot it on the screen. But
I heard
And you actually turn the whole thing on and off by hitting it with a wrench.
that would be awesome.
nice. Also, I heard a while ago that Robot Guy was working on a Sentry robot, an actual Sentry. Interesting.
Is anybody working on a case mod that's like one for each of us?
What? To send to us? All right, send them on in.
I'm actually working on a wristwatch right now that allows you to turn invisible for a limited period of time.
I've got a cigarette case full of disguises.
Awesome. Well, let's move along from this ridiculousness. Let's see, do we have a player of the week?
We don't.
We have not talked about a player of the week this week.
No, so we'll just make it some
Do we want to
random-
debate one right now?
Debate one.
Should we let the chat
no.
room come up
No.
with one?
Yeah.
No.
What?
I hate those people. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. I'm not hateful. I just
We can even
hate
do a
everyone.
poll. The first 4 people named, I'll throw in the poll, and then we can vote for it.
How about Flonk?
Techcore,
How about Flonk? He's the only one not
Nivek.
asking for it.
Nivek,
That's true. He's the one
Sigma,
telling. He's
and
suggesting
Flonk will be
everyone
the
else.
4.
I think Carmen Sandiego should be our player.
Who should be player of the week?
Where in the world is Carmen?
Okay.
Here comes the poll.
There we go. Everybody in the chat room
Boom,
gets
go
to vote
for
for it.
All right, so live voting on the player of the week, which means absolutely nothing.
Dun, dun, dun. So far, we got 1 vote for Sigma, 1 for Flonk.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun,
Okay.
dun.
In the meantime, while we're waiting
We got
for
one for
these
Nivek,
results,
2 for Nivek.
you can update us at the
2 for
Control
Flonk.
Point Wiki at tf2wiki.net /wiki/Control Point podcast. You can dig us.
You can dig us.
Yep.
Dig us away.
You want to
Dig it,
keep
dig
going?
it,
or do you
dig
want
it.
me- You can dig us at dig.com, or on our front page there is a button that says dig.
Us.
You can click that button and it will dig
Us.
We got a MySpace group,
Yes.
Control Point. Search for it on MySpace.
You can go to iTunes and leave us a review.
And
because
yes.
we got a little surge of them a couple of weeks ago, and we haven't gotten another one in a while. So please leave us a review on
makes
iTunes.
me
Yes.
so happy to get reviews from iTunes. You can give us thumbs up on StumbleUpon, which drives more people to the site through StumbleUpon. You can view our Twitter pages.
They're so exciting.
Nailhead, Devil Turnup, Chaos_CP, and Wes Wilson.
And join the forums. Every
And the
day someone
community.
comes in there saying, I listened to the show. I've heard it since episode 1. I just now joined the forums. Well, join them if you haven't joined them.
Yes, because we have a lot of interesting stuff going on. You can look up Wencer Coperton on Facebook.
Yeah.
Or
He's a hottie.
you can give us a call at 256-513-4772 and leave us a message. We might play your message on the air. We would definitely love to hear from you. We also got some donations this week, and
We thank you so much for donations.
Yes.
we have used the donations to buy us a better camera, and we're also getting some more hardware for the podcast. All of this money gets recycled back into the podcast, and we appreciate it.
Yes.
Yes.
Except for the 10% I take off the top. You can also listen to our other podcasts on the Dead Workers Party Network, such as Trailer Talk, Trailer Talk, Trailer Talk, the Zero Talk, wow.
And if that doesn't sell you,
Trailer Trash Talk, Random Chatter, Lost Chatter, Movie Chatter, The Zero Show, and World of WoW.
And if you stick around at the tail end of the show, I would like to play a song that Mint Condition wrote. This is a rather old song, but I realized that I'd never actually played this on the air, and it's such a good song. It's one of my favorite Mint Condition songs. It is called A Soldier's World, and it is a parody of a Matchbox 20 song.
Sweet.
It's very good.
Yes.
Very well done.
Down.
So Brent, what's the
Wonder
result?
what it's like to be. Oh, sorry.
What are the result? Who's our player of the week?
I'm going to stop the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2. Drake already started. It's Flonk.
Flonk! Woo!
Flonk!
is our
Yay! Player of the week.
He is, congratulations.
Where are my keys? I need to find my keys. Okay, I got my keys. I'm out of here.
See ya.
You are now at the end of another episode of Control Point,
Victory.
Every one of you deserves a medal!
a podcast brought to you by the Dead Workers Party. See the show notes and leave comments for this episode at controlpoint.deadworkers.com or leave us a voicemail at area code 256-513-4772.
Auf Wiedersehen!
Go, go, go! Charge!
Well, I wonder what it's like to be a TF2 soldier. Wonder what it's like to hold the launcher in my hand. Run around for boxes with little ammo signs on every one. And I just won't stop shooting till I'm done. You're done. I wonder what it's like to be a rocket jumper. Wonder where I'd go if I could fly around the map, yeah.
Stand on the point! Numbnuts!
Aim at my feet and I'd fire and I'd fly up to the sun. Me and Demo then would have some fun.
Cheers, Nick!
Yeah, fun. Straight up, what did you hope to learn about me? If I was another class, this would all fall apart. Strange, what were you when we started this match? I wish the sniper, yeah, would just stop hassling me. And Demo, and Scout, and Spy.
I am going to claw my way down your throat and tear out your very soul. Let's go!
I bet you wonder what it's like to be this macho.
I am on fire!
I bet you wonder how the heck I rocket jump up so high. It takes lots of discipline. I know you maggots ain't got none of that.
Maggots!
Especially that Prancy boy and Bat.
Fruit baskets!
I hate that. Bat! Straight up, what did you hope to learn about me? If I was another class, this would all fall apart. Strange, where were you when we started this match? I wish the sniper, yeah, would just stop hassling me. Please don't dodge, please don't stray. The only thing that seems to work at all is you standing still and a trick from me to you, from you to me.
If God had wanted you to live, he would not have created me! Take your lumps like a man, Private Twinkle Toes. We have you surrounded, at least from this side.
Straight up, what did you hope to learn about me? If I was another class, this would all fall apart. Strange, what were you when we started this match? I wish the sniper, yeah, would just stop hassling me. I wish your demo man would would you stop hassling me? I wish your damn scout would you stop hassling me?
Every one of you deserves a medal.